Well, I've arrived at Agawa Bay in Lake Superior Provincial Park. This is my home for the next 2 nights. And then I pack up to hike the Towab trail. And for now it'll just be one night and one day to relax before I go out and do that hike. So not sure how much hammock time I'll get because, like I said, they're calling for rain here. But nonetheless, here I have a nice chair here and I have a nice drink in my hand. So that's relaxing. So we'll get to relaxing, and then we'll do the hike in a few days. Good morning, it's 8:50. I'm at the entrance to the Towab Trail, and I'm hoping that I can get down to Agawa Falls. I still need to do some unpacking, and no, the canoe's staying on the car. I've got just a small 30 liter pack with me because I don't want to carry a lot of weight in. A hammock fits in there. It's sunny skies. The column is about 13 degrees. So calling for it to be about 19 of the high today. The forecast has changed though for Friday when I'm walking back out. They are calling for rain. It was going to be at about 1 o'clock. Now they're calling for rain at about 9. So we'll see how it goes. Well, it's 9:25. I left the access point at 9:10, so I've been on the trail for 15 minutes. I will likely, I have a, not a bug jacket with me, but a bug hood, so likely be putting on shortly. I do have bug spray on me and some permethicin pants, which are helping. But I came to a nice bridge here within a 15-minute walk in. Looks brand new. I think this is the old pathway, the old crossing, and it's a new one here. Let's have a look at what the view is here. Small creek here. According to all the maps, it says this is about a 12-kilometer hike. I hope to be taking breaks at least every hour. I'm not in any rush, and I haven't backpacked for like 30 years. I have a 30 liter pack on me, so it's not very heavy, probably about 20 pounds. However, when you check as the crow flies from the parking area to the falls, it's 4.6 kilometers. So the path takes a long way around, and I guess that's nice if you want a long hike, but me personally, I just want to get to the falls. But 12K it is. It's 9:50, so I've been out for about 40 minutes. This is the first time that I've come close to the Agawa River, and it's where the first cluster of sites are. There are two sites here. The water's right over. You can't see through the trees there, but the river is right over there. Site 1, and looks like Site 2 is probably just down here ways. This will be my first stop. It's been almost an hour. I am very conscious that I don't do a lot of backpacking, so I want to take it easy. It says here that Agawa Falls is 17 kilometers away. This is the Burnt Rock Pool. I'm going to stop here for my break. This is my view from the Burnt Rock Pool. Still at the first stop. As I said before, I'm very conscious of the fact that I don't do a lot of backpacking. I prefer to go canoeing where you're not carrying your gear for like 17 kilometers. So I am going to be making stops roughly every hour and making sure that I hydrate. And I did do some warm-up exercises before I came in. As I said last time I was out, hiked up to the crack, which is a difficult hike in Killarney. I did it fine, but when I came out I had cramps for the rest of the evening, so I do want to avoid that. But this is a nice stop. This is only about a 40-minute walk in. Somebody who wanted to try backpacking for the first time, this would be a nice spot. The first part of the trail is fairly flat. I mean, a few small hills, whatever, but nothing hard. And like I said, within 50 minutes you're at a site that looks this gorgeous. I think it's time that I get loaded up and get back on the trail again. Again, as the crow flies, it's only about 5 kilometers to the falls, but as the trail goes, it's about 17. So I better get moving. I hope to be there around 3 o'clock or so. Just past a sign just a while back, cautioning people that the trail gets steep and past that point. Bit of a climb here. And this is the second campsite at Towab 1, as they call it. This is right off the trail, so it's easy to walk into. Actually, it would have been nice to stop here. Nice fire pit, room for a tent. Of course, I brought a hammock with me this time. And a walk out to the rocks, actually just out to the water, just right there. So this is actually the second site, which is the nicer of the two sites, I think. I'm heading off in this direction. And see what they do. This is something I wasn't expecting. They do show that they have privies here, or at least at this site. Privy looks like it's on this little trail down here is where the sign pointed to. I don't see anything, however. Yep, there is. They have a privy at this site. This is something I wasn't expecting on this trail. Hopefully where I am, they have one too. Yeah, this site would be nice for me. There is some small rapids here, so you get the nice calming sound of that water. And when I'm home and can't sleep, that's what I have on my sound. My sound generator at home is a babbling brook. Well, we'll head out here some more. I still have about 16 kilometers to go, and hopefully I'll be able to make it. The first hour of the trail, you're walking in the woods, not near any water except that one bridge that we showed earlier. This part, after the first set of campsites, the trail is right on the waterfront, and this makes for, in my case, or in my opinion, a more interesting walk. Again, I like hearing the sound of the small rapids here. There's a nice spot right by, nice little opening here right by the waterfront. Yeah, this is a nice part of the trail for sure. It's 4:11. So I've been out for an hour and a half roughly. I'm at Towab 2, one campsite here. And they also have washrooms, Privy marked right there. The good news for me is, looking on the map, that Towab 2 is closer to Towab 3 than it is to 1. So it might be okay. There's a small creek here. I might have to cross this, I'm not sure. Again, looking on a video that my friends posted back in May. Oh well, there's a small bridge here. That makes that easier. Now this may have been underwater in May, more than likely. There's a small cascading mini falls here. That's an old rotted away log bridge. And I'll push on. One thing that I did notice on here, when you're backpacking on any of the 3 trails in Algonquin Park, they have a specific map for the trail, telling you how far it is to the campsite, and so you can track your speed. Same thing if you're backpacking at Frontenac Park. The park guide tells you the distance between each point, so again you can kind of track your speed. They don't have any of that here. There's no specific map for this trail, and other than saying at the end is 12 kilometers, they don't. There's no distances for how far it is to Area 1 and Area 2. So it's hard to gauge your speed on here. According to my map, I'm about 3.7 kilometers away from Agawa Falls. This area here is not all that well marked, and is up a fairly steep climb. Tomorrow it'll be kind of worse because I'm going down and they are calling for rain. It'll get wet, so that'll be a bit more dangerous. I had to stop for break because I was dead tired. I'm not quite up yet. I still have more of a climb to do. But I've been sitting here for the last 10 minutes having some water and resting. I've said a lot in this video, and I probably will say it a lot more. I don't do a lot of backpacking, and I am very worried that I'm getting older and I'm prone to getting bad cramps in my legs. So I am taking more breaks. I was going to have a break once every hour. It's been turning out to be once every about 40 minutes or so, which is fine. I'm not in a hurry, but I just want to get there safe. So, but I will get my gear back on it. I just want to show you, I'm not carrying in a lot of gear. It's a 30-liter pack, and I'm not sure. It's probably about 20 pounds, 25 pounds, maybe at the most. And I do have a small pouches as well for all my camera gear to make that a little more accessible. I've never had to use it, but I do bring bear spray with me on every canoe trip, and anytime I will go hiking a lot. People don't always look after their food properly, and it may not cause them any danger, but it causes the next camper at that site danger. So that's why I carry my bear spray now. I'm going to stop filming, get my gear back on, and head back up this hill here. Hopefully it's 11:25, 11:30 I'll be heading out. Hopefully by 1 o'clock I'll be at the campsite. Small little waterfalls here. Well, back in May, my friends at Beauty in the Backcountry did this trip, and talked about a water crossing. I thought that I'd passed it, and it was just they had higher water, but no, this is a water crossing. Small falls here, small little creek going down here, and the trail is on this side and continues over here. So I think I can cross here, stepping on a few stones here. It's either that or no, I can't go over on there. I think it'll be these rocks here. But putting the phone down and see if I can stay partially dry. Well, I made it. Hiking boots on, so it didn't go over my boots at all, and that's exactly what I did. I crossed over on these rocks here. There's a second water crossing just right here. It's not very wide. I mean, you couldn't step on these two rocks here and here and get over. There is a steep wall here. There's a small waterfalls there. There are certain parts of the trail that aren't very well marked. This is one of them. The trail is right here, and there's no markings for it. I'm looking in front of me, and it's the same thing. I'm going through a bunch of boulders here, and like, where's the trail? I'm going through right over through here. I can hear waterfalls or maybe just some rapids. I still believe, though, about an hour away from the falls, so I doubt it's the falls that I'm hearing. Well, this is the third water crossing. This is the sound I heard just a moment ago. This little waterfalls here. It's not sure where to cross. Could cross here. The water's going to be wet. It's more flat up here. Nothing downstream. There's a trail on the other side there. I'm going to stop here for lunch anyway. It's about 12:30, and figure out how to safely cross this. Looks pretty though. Well, here I am at the last campsite, Towab 3, Site 2, and I left my gear actually at Site 1. That's where I'm going to be spending the night. I thought that the two sites were fairly close together. Apparently they're not. They're about 2 kilometers apart, so my gear is 2 kilometers back that way. The falls is behind me. And actually, There's two falls here. You've got a smaller one here, and the big fall is over here. Agawa Falls. That's still 300 meters away. You can walk up closer. You have to go up the hill, over top of these other falls here, and back down. I met a guy who is up here just for the afternoon, just for the day. Met him when I arrived at the campsite. He's walking up there. I said, I'm going to pass. I'm going to wait here. I'll wait here for him. I'm sure it'd be an awesome view over there, but I just don't think I can make it. It's been a long walk. I arrived at site 4 at shortly after 1 o'clock. It's now about 2:30, so it still is. Even though it's only 2 kilometers from here to my campsite, it's about an hour walk. This is the view of the falls. It's 4:30. I've been up to the falls and back. I met a guy from Michigan. Name is Josh, and actually when I got to this site, I put my pack down, checked out the washroom, came back here, and he was standing here. So we walked up to the falls. I'm on Towab 3, campsite 1 of 2. The second campsite is you have to climb up the hill and go down a fair ways, probably about half a kilometer or so, to get to the second site. I thought these would be right by the waterfalls. They're about 2 kilometers away, and that's as the crow flies. It's about an hour 15 walk from here. There are 2 sites, at least 2. There's one that we saw at the falls, or within 300 meters of the falls, of Towab 4. They're not marked on the maps at all, but obviously there's a campsite there, and it says 1 of 2. And there's one more if you go walk over the small falls, and you get there. This is the view I have from my campsite. Pretty awesome view. Got my tarp up and a Active hammock inside. I've used this. I've had it up twice before. I used it once before, so there won't be any problem at all. They are calling for rain tomorrow. I'm hoping that I can have everything packed down by that time. But this is my home for the night. The only problem we have here is the last person that was here, which I know who it was. I saw him on the other campsite. Left a bunch of garbage here. I'll just see if I have room to pack it out. I think for right now, I need some rest time, so I'm going to go lay in my hammock for a bit and start supper in, I don't know, half an hour to an hour. I'm just getting ready to make supper. It's just going to be spaghetti and meat and hamburger. I've got some sauce as well that I'll have to rehydrate. I mentioned in my last video that I didn't like really this this pot. I got home and actually I was packing up for this trip here, and I found this little piece here that had fallen off, so that helps. It is compact, and on this trip I was looking at carrying in as small gear and as lightweight gear as I can, so that fits the bill. So I'm going to start supper soon. And supper should be ready probably in about 5 minutes. My sauce is rehydrated, and yeah, probably ready in about 2 minutes or so, then I'll be eating. There's another view of my site. The trail actually runs right through here. There we go. And right through. So if you're in a tent, you got to put a tent maybe over here or walk down here slightly. A tent could go over here too. So there's room for 2 tents. About a 2-minute walk down there, there is a thunderbox. And there's my setup. A little different for me. I said I've only been in a hammock once, and that was just on a trial basis at Valens last year. It's the first time I've had it out when I really have needed it. And something I haven't used in a long time. It's a small little stool here. It's very compact. It'll fit in the small pack. And I'm glad I wasn't going to bring it, and I'm glad that I did. Because I'm not getting any younger, and I want to be able to sit down in comfort. Time to eat. And supper is just a simple macaroni and hamburger with some tomato sauce. After a long day, it's going to taste very good. It's 7:15, and just sitting around the campfire. Well, sitting around where the campfire would be. I don't think I'll have a fire tonight. Rain. Well, the clouds don't look like they're going to allow it. And like I said, I've had a long day, and I just want some rest. Good morning, it's 10 after 6. I woke up at 5:30 to use the washroom, and figured I want to get a head start on the day. My hammock is all down, packed away. I'm going to have some breakfast soon. Sky could look worse, but it could look better. About 15 minutes ago, I could see over here red sky in the morning. And of course, that means sailors take warning. So I doubt I'm doing much filming today. I'm going to have breakfast and be on my way. It's 7:30. I'm back at the one of the water crossings. It's still cloudy out, so far no rain, but if this is any indication, it's going to take me longer to get out than it was to get in. I was at my campsite in roughly 4 hours yesterday. I just finished, there's a half hour outside the campsite. There's a climb from hell. I took about 4 or 5 breaks on the way up. So I was just beat, and I'm having a rest here. I'll be taking it slow, that's for sure. It's 8:20. I've been out for an hour and a half. Just did my the third and I think the final water crossing. This is my second longer break, and I've had many shorter ones. I have to be very careful. I'm drinking a lot more water, and I woke up this morning and my knees were hurting a bit, and because I do have arthritis in both my knees, but they said this kind of exercise is good for that. But I can feel that my thighs are getting stiff, so I'm stopping a lot more often. I said it's about 4 hours for me to get in here. It's probably going to be about 5 or 5.5 for me to get back out. Rain is holding off so far, which is good news for me. I am set for it though. My raincoat is on, rain pants, rain gear over my pack, and more of the trail to go. It's 9:15. I've just arrived at Towab 2. I've already had one time when I had to stop for 15 minutes because of cramps. So I'm going to fill up my water bottle here and have a snack and some more drinks. I've just passed the second site in the area of Towab 1. There's one more site up here. I'm going to stop there for a break. But right behind me, this is where I just came from. This is the warning here. Slippery and steep and rugged trail sections ahead. I can vouch for that. Yes, it is. A bit of a recap. All the bugs, yeah, I'm sitting in the middle of buggy area, and I haven't reapplied the bug spray since 7 o'clock this morning. So they are getting to me just a bit. Most of the first half of the trail is okay. The first third of the trail is easy to follow. There are markings for it, and it's a straightforward trail, fairly flat. Once you pass Towab Site 1, one of 2, it gets a bit hilly after that. You pass the second site at the area Towab 1, and it gets even hillier, and going up and down hills. Some areas of the trail are not marked very well. Both myself and Josh made the same comment that parts of the trail you can't tell whether you're on the trail or not. It'd be nice if they had a few more markings in certain spots. There are 3 water crossings before you get to Towab 3. Towab 3 is, there's 2 sites there. They are not by the falls. Some maps show that they are pretty close. They're 2 kilometers away. There is 2 sites called Towab 4 that are not on the maps, but they are ones within 300 meters of the falls, and you get a nice view of the falls. The second one I didn't go to, but it's you have to climb over another small falls, which can be rather difficult to do. It's been rough for me. This is the limit of my skill, and I'm glad I did it, but I don't think I'll be doing anything quite like this again. But I was able to knock off, I think, 3 more waterfalls off that I've visited in Ontario, so that's good. And I'm just going to rest here for a bit and then head back out. The mosquitoes are starting to get to me here. It's 11:15, but walking for 4.5 hours, and there's a site in front of me that is good to see. It's very close to the access point, so it's a sight for sore eyes. That's what it is. Means I'm probably about 15 minutes away from my car. And that will be a glorious sight to see. Walking for another 15 minutes. I think I see a glimmer of something in between the trees here. Something that is going to make my day. Yep. Oh, allergies are getting to me. Yeah, I see something up here. Something I've been longing to see for the last 4.5 hours. It's my car. It's 11:30, so it took me about 4 hours, 45 minutes to get here. A bit longer than the way down. Wow. Thanks for watching another Camper 69 video. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate any comments that you leave. If you like the video, then click on the like, and thanks very much for watching. Bye bye now.